Hi, come on in. No, Levi, that doesn't mean you. Well, I mean, he can come in. It's his house, right? How you doing? Come on in. Grab a seat. Sit down. I've got my coffee. And I know this is a little weird. My sister-in-law bought this for me. You can see it says Coffee Cult, and both are with K's. And of course, my name being spelled with a K, we just thought it was. She actually asked permission to buy it for me because of the multiple initials in a row. Anyway, get comfortable. Today I have a sponsored Teemu haul for you, and it's home essentials. So it's all goodies for around the house. If you're new here, you have two options. You can search this code right here, AFC 95851. You'll also find that down below in the description. You search that code, you're going to get 30% off at checkout. Down below, you will find my link that will take you to Teemu so that you can download the app and shop to get your 30% off. That's if you're watching on your phone. If you're watching this on your television set, right up here, there's my code. All you have to do is scan that code and it'll do the same thing. It'll take you right to where you gotta go. All right, I'm all about easy. You know that. Let's get started. This is a 2-bag. It was too big for 1 bag, so it's 2 bags. There was something I was going to tell you and I completely forgot. Welcome back, though. I know some of you, yeah, I know. I don't need to say that, right? You know, you're always welcome to come back anytime that you want. So I have in the works more Teemu videos, another Teemu tips and tricks, and of course, more sponsored movies. So let's get into this one. This says it's a 3D creative lamp. Well, let me show you what this is. I'm pull it out. And I'm going to keep the box because I don't want to risk breaking it. Here's the bottom. Take the plastic off. I'm feeling brutal today, so I'm just going to rip through everything. All right, so this is USB powered, not rechargeable, USB powered. See the nice little slot in the middle? This is what goes in that nice little slot. It does have a film on either side of it. That's for safety packing. I will pull that off. Matter of fact, let me see if I can do that now. Because I do want to show, well, I want to show you what it does. This is my intention anyway, is to use this as a note board. There we go. Oh, I hope you didn't hear that because that was like nails on a chalkboard thing. And I know just saying nails on a chalkboard for some of you is going to make you feel like nails on a chalkboard. All right, so this sits down into this crack. It just pops in there. And it's pretty secure. It's not going to move. Let me untie this because I have my USB extension cord on my desk. Actually, I have several. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 USB ports on my desk. Yeah, I'm getting more organized. Okay, let's plug this puppy in. See if I can figure it out. And turn the switch on to power it. Can you see how it lights? Can you see it lights up? Let's put it on this side. There you go. You can see a little bit of glow coming from the bottom of it. So it comes with this. And I know this is the eraser. And it's really tight. You have to twist it. There we go. So here's what you write with. So I'm just going to write, hello. Can you see that? And it lights it up. So this is where you can leave a note. You can make your to-do list. Anything like if you want to leave a message, like when Kathy's here, if say she's sleeping and I have to run out for something, I can leave a note on here that says ran to the store, be right back, or at appointment, be right back, whatever. So you have the nice little writer, and it does go together tight. And then on the other end, you have the eraser. Let's see if I can do this way. There we go. And hello is gone. Well, yes, you can still see it here because I'm working up. It's not completely gone. All right, I'll make it completely gone. I just have to put it down and press it hard enough to make it completely gone. Okay? So I think that's pretty cool. It's going to make a great note thing. It automatically turns on when you plug it in. There is no on-off switch that I've been able to see on it. So the minute I unplug it, you can see how it goes dark, right? And there's the light that comes up. So I think this is really cool. I was going to put this in the center hallway so that as we pass it, we can see it. But I don't have a receptacle there that I can put a cube in order to plug this in. So I'll probably put it somewhere in the kitchen in a mutual spot, like close to the refrigerator or close to the coffee pot, somewhere where we're always going to get stuff. So that is the 3D. I don't know, what would you call it? Notepad? Anyway, before I forget, because this is a sponsored haul, all the prices and the links to the items will be down below. You're not going to see that stuff up on the screen, okay? We're going to keep the screen clean. All right, next item. 6 tea lights. These are 6 battery-operated tea lights. See if I can figure out how to get this open. I really don't want, oh, there we go. I folded it down really good to make sure they wouldn't come out, but there's 6 little, these are little candles. Little itty bitty candles. We should see at Christmas time. Got a little on-off switch on the bottom. Flip the switch. Let's see what happens. Nothing, something, nothing. There we go. Okay. Switch is on. It's pretty bright. So these will make great little decor for the holidays. Anytime you want to have like a little tea light around for ambiance, I may put these up on a couple of little shelves just so that I can add light. What I like to do with these, I have some plants that are very house plants that are kind of tall and bushy. But one of the things I've always loved is if you sit one of these down, let me go on this side away from the lights. If you sit one of these down on the top of the plant, when you turn it on, it makes the whole plant really glow at nighttime. It gives a great ambiance. And I love that. So it's a pack of 6. And yeah, have fun. Figure out where you want to put them around the house. Christmas decor, regular decor, in your plants, up on shelves, anywhere. Yeah, too many choices, right? I'm all about choices, but sometimes there's just too many. And I'm going to let you think outside the box for what else you can do on it. My brain is a little too tired today for thinking outside the box. It's a little too tired for thinking, period. Okay, this item, I have been anxious to get this. Even my primary care told me about this, and they said that I needed an ice massager. So, many of you out there who have a thyroid condition of any kind, you know how we can get odd swellings or whatever, and we do tend to get dark circles under our eyes and puffiness. This is an ice massager. Very simply, you pull it apart, you fill it with water, and there's a hole on the top. Can you see the hole? The one I had before, oops, hold on, I gotta push it open. Okay, so this is your little cap. The one I had before is you fill it from the top, and then you close the cap on it. Close the cap. Come on, cap, cooperate. You close the cap, and you set it upright in your freezer. Don't lay it down because it will leak. I'll tell you that right now. Set it upright in the freezer, and it usually freezes overnight. And what happens is when it's frozen and you'll be able to tell. All you have to do is pull the top off and you have this great little ice ball for rubbing or massaging under your eyelids or any swellings you might have. It's great instant ice pack if you get a little injury. I get injuries all the time because of what I'm doing. And I run to the door of my refrigerator and I just get an ice cube and I hold an ice cube on there. This will serve the same purpose, okay? This will allow you to either massage a spot that needs a little bit of ice, soothe the spot, soothe the burn. It's really cute and it comes in different colors. I chose the purple pink combination. It does come in a bunch of other options, right? First aid, I don't know, maybe. Guys, you have 2 days before I forget. Tomorrow is the 20th. On the 21st, I will start the final editing and preparation for our Christmas video of our decor. So if you do have anything you want to send me, it doesn't matter, Christmas, Kwanzaa, New Year's, holiday stuff. If you want to send me pictures of your holiday stuff, let's share it. Let's make everybody smile just by sharing and being a little bit more involved over the holidays. Okay, this is a automatic water dispenser. Now, even though I have filtered water in the refrigerator, Kathy prefers bottled water, the big, huge blue containers of bottled water. She has a pump, but it's very big, and we have limited space where we're going to put it. So I got this pump. And this pump is, I have to figure it out. Yes. Okay. Somewhere in here there should be, oh, there we go. I got to take everything out of the box. That would help. This is USB rechargeable. So here's your port on the back to plug in your little bitty tiny USB thing. You simply take this off the top of the bottle, stick it next to a plug, right? Get it charged up. Once it's charged up, put it back into the bottle. So it's got a nice long hose on here. Come on. I don't know why I always have such a problem putting these kind of hoses on the bottom of stuff. I'll get it on there, but it's just, there we go. All right. See, I still don't have any nails. The hose goes on the bottom. If it's charged, there's your spot for your spout. Here's your actual spout. All right, come on. This just slides in here like that. Ooh, it is charged. You're going to have to hold it. Can you see the lights on top? It's on. And you push it when it's off. So you turn it on when you need it, off when you don't. Nice long hose. It'll get all the way down into the bottom of that thing. So I'm impressed. It seems to be made of a great quality, and I'm impressed that it's actually charged. So this will go in the kitchen. We do have a designated spot. That's what we did when she was here last week. We have a designated spot where the bottle will sit high enough so that neither of us have to bend. Well, she doesn't have to bend. I like the refrigerator water. She does have a top on it, so at least we have an alternate. While one's charging, we can put the other one on, or if one breaks down, we have a spare. Come on, you have 2 women in the house. You need spares, right? All right, let me pull some more stuff out here. I didn't realize there was so much stuff in this bag. Did I get it all? All right. This is a nice big bag, too. I tell you, I have so many of them, I'd make a fortune if I decided to sell them. All right, these are carpet grips. These are to keep carpet from sliding across the floor. And, for example, when Mom comes in the house, she shuffles. Kathy has some balance issues, so from time to time she shuffles and might not pick up her feet or plant her feet properly. So between the two of them, I got to make sure I keep them safe, right? All right. So there are 4 pieces. Got to make sure, or maybe there might be more than 4. 1, 2, oh, there's 4. There's 4 triangular pieces with 2-sided tape on both of them, stickies, all like any other carpet tack. You peel one side off, you stick it on the corner of the rug, you peel the other side off, you get it, and then you stick it down to the floor. On the lanai, I am installing cork flooring as opposed to high-end stuff. And the cork flooring can be very slippery. It doesn't really have any kind of grip on the surface. So the cork flooring will get a runner as you step out the sliding door, and then there's a runner going to the other side. There will be these to keep that runner from shifting around. If you have big dogs, especially the size of mine that you've seen, they're going to hit that runner at full force, and that runner's going to slide right across that floor, and either they're going to get hurt, or Mom or Kathy, you're going to step the wrong way, and that runner is going to slip. So it's all about safety. It's keeping them safe and protected. So I figure, why not? It's 4 of them. And I might not have to put it on all 4 corners, depending on how well it holds it. If I were to take one, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Can I show you what I'm talking about? Yeah, I can show you. Yeah, I'm talking to myself again, right? I do that all the time. So let's say this is your runner. This is your carpet. Instead of putting it in the corner or in the other corner, if you turn it this way, and I don't know if you guys have ever done it, so that the point is pointing towards the center of the runner, and this, you center it between the corners. Right. This will keep the runner from sliding, but you only need to use one at each end. Now, if you do have somebody that's likely to catch the edge and catch the corner, then yes, you're going to want to put it on the corners. I'll have to see how that's going to go. I will have to experiment. And if I needed to put it on all 4 corners, I'll put it on all 4 corners, right? Safety first. My house is becoming very compliant, so to speak, a very safe place for individuals with disabilities. I know I'm not going to always be as physically able as I am. I'm not going to always be climbing ladders or being able to carry a bundle of shingles up a ladder or lift, 80-pound items without breaking a sweat. I am eventually going to start having physical limitations. So in prepping the house, and I don't know if you guys have thought about this, in prepping your homes for elders, people with disabilities, pets, small kids, rammy teenagers, I put safety first above all else. All right. This has nothing to do with safety. This has to do with keeping things in my kitchen clean. These are scrubby pads. Can you see this? They are those brown pads you've seen all over Teemu. By the way, I like my lighting today. Other than occasional weird focus, I have to remember to move slower. But I do like the lighting today. So these are the types of pads that are supposed to be able to take the bottom of a pan, and I'll put pictures up, the bottom of a pan, and remove that weird cooking stains and make it look silver again. These are pretty rough, and I will say if I had to liken them to a piece of sandpaper, this is probably equal to like an 80 grit. I can tell just by feeling it. This is rough. So it is a pack of 5. You do get 5 of them. I don't know how they'll hold up, but we will find out. And in a future video, like I always do, if I have a problem, you'll know. If I like it, you'll know. And if it's something I'm going to refund, you'll know. Right? Oh, speaking of refunds, stay tuned for my next tips and tricks part, whatever, I think 7, maybe? It is going to teach you how to do a refund without a return. And it's going to be detailed, and it's going to have images, and it's going to make life so much easier for you, especially if you're one of those individuals that you may not have a car, or maybe for whatever reason you can't drive, or maybe you're too far from UPS or the post office, and it's seriously inconvenient for you to have to figure out how to get a $2 or a $4 or something that you're willing to just throw away and write off the loss. Yeah. You know me, I'm all about saving you money. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be coming out after the Christmas video, okay? Okay. Be patient. It'll come. Don't send me 20 questions saying, oh, how do I do that? Wait. Okay, please wait. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. All right, next item. This is a silicone scraper for your pans. Now, I have pans that have really nice insides, nice surfaces, Silverstone, not Teflon, but like nice Silverstone. Okay, I was about to sneeze. Hold on. You've seen me do that before, right? I had my fourth cup of the coffee. The telemarketer woke me up at 10 after 7 this morning. And let me tell you, his eardrums are probably still hurting after what I gave him. Whatever you started in it. Silicone scraper. It's pretty basic. I got it in yellow. It comes in different colors. It does have a little hook so you can keep it handy if you wanted to. I'll throw it in a drawer. But it's got a nice silicone edge. So, if you got eggs stuck on the bottom of a pan or something, or you've got just a little bit of grease, nothing that's solidified on there. If something's solidified, y'all know you just put water in the bottom of the pan while it's hot, and that will loosen everything up. And if the pan is already cold, put a little bit of water in the bottom, put it on the stove, warm it up a little bit, and then everything floats off. You don't ever have to scrub and go crazy. So this little silicone doohickey, I don't know what you call it. It's just a silicone scraper. But I like that you have the two sides. All right, so you have the end, but if you have to go around the edge, you can also go around the edge with this part, or you can go on the bottom. What can I say? Definitely worth it. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit more organized with my desk, but I'm not quite where I want to be with it. And we'll just leave it at that, okay? So being is that my plans to use the lanai as a filming spot are basically not going to be a full-time option. Maybe on occasion I'll be able to sit out there and do a quick video, but things change. It is what it is. You have to be flexible. So my space in here, get used to this. This is what you're going to see most of the time. But what you don't see is the mess over here down on the desk. Places where I have Charlie, or where I have all my cords set up, or my USB. What's the word I'm looking for? See, I can't think this morning. Hold on, I need more coffee. Okay, my USB extension cords, my fill lights, my calendars, my markers, my pens, my scissors. We won't even go there what this looks like. So I got this. And I thought this was actually going to be a lot smaller than what it was. This is a good size. This is easily, I would say, probably 7, almost 8 inches wide, easily 4, almost 5 inches deep. And in length across, it is the same length as a box of tissues would be. That's what this hole is for. The top comes off. You put your tissues in here this way. In other words, tip it down, stack your tissues in here, and have them come out the hole. Then you can turn it upright and just feed them out. All right? Got it? That part makes sense, right? I had to look at this and go, what? Because I'm thinking, oh, well, you put them in here flat and then you have to do them sideways. But no. I was having a senior blonde moment. So you just lay them in here this way, and it'll hold quite a bit. It'll hold a full regular box. I think what I have set aside for it is like a box of 200 or 300. All right. So then you put the top back on, and this open part does not go over this open part. It goes over these two smaller sections. So when you put this in, and it just pops right back into place. There we go. So now the spot where your tissues becomes a little table. You can put whatever you want on that little table. Okay? it has, let me take the top off and show you this way. See this little lip? That little lip will allow me to set my cell phone right there and hold it upright. So if I'm doing something and I want to put my cell phone down, if I want to watch something, maybe I'm doing something on my computer, but I need to look at my phone for reference, that's what that's for. That's what that little lip will do. It will hold that. Now, the other spot, hold on, I gotta get this back in here. Oh my goodness. Come on, get back in. Help if I kind of lined it up properly, wouldn't it? There we go. All right. So the other spots, pens, pencils, scissors. So you have a pen. So as you can see, they do stick up enough to grab them, but they don't stick up enough to be invasive or obtrusive. So that's really cool. If you have any papers or documents, for example, you can use this if you're sitting here to pay your bills. Hold on a second. I got to make sure you don't see all my crazy stuff here. I'll fold this around. It's somewhat private. Stick the papers in it. It's got plenty of room to hold mail you haven't opened yet. You can just drop it in there. Bills you have to do, you can drop it in there. I like that. And I like that the two sides are a little bit different. They're not both the same size. Yes, they're on the same side. So this is going to go on my desk, and it's going to take the place of several things scattered about because it can all be in one. And you already know how I am about having tissues handy all the time, right, with my allergies. This was great. It comes in the white with the gray top. It also comes in another color, which I think bottom might be what's the difference in color. But I got the white and the gray because it was just basic. Yeah, and it's bigger than I thought. Well, yeah, I know when it comes to Teemu, that's a bonus, right? Most people are saying, it's smaller than I thought it would be. All right, got more. Just bag one of two. How you doing? Y'all doing good? Are you ready for your whatever you celebrate for the holidays? We got a crazy week coming up. Kathy will be back. She will be here for the holiday. And I'm going to bring my mom over on Christmas Eve. I'm going to cook a big pot roast dinner for the three of us ladies. And even though my little Christmas tree is out on the front porch, the forecast shows it's going to be nice enough that we're going to sit, the three of us ladies are going to sit out there on the porch and let mom open her Christmas gifts by the tree outside. It's going to be a whole new unique experience for her, weather permitting. All right. If I feel that it's too cool for her, and trust me, I know my mom better probably than anybody else knows her. If it's not appropriate, I'm not going to risk it. We'll do it in the house. We'll have a little fun. We might do it on the lanai now that the lanai is mostly enclosed. Or who knows? We'll do it, right? Three crazy ladies all stuck in one place having Christmas Eve dinner. I'm really looking forward to it. I am really looking forward to it. Okay, this is a 5-pack of little storage bins. Now they call this apricot. Let me tell you, this is borderline, but yes, you can see that it does have a hint of orange to it. This is nothing spectacular. That it is a set of 5. Let's see if I can pull them apart. Okay, so we have a set of 5. They all come in this. All 5 are the same color, but you can get other colors. I think they have white, pink, gray, blue. I don't know. They have a bunch of colors. But this is the one I figured I could live with the best. They're not really big. They're only, I would say, maybe about 6.5 inches across. This way, they're only about 4 inches, and this way, they're a little more than 2 inches deep. They do have the nice little handle on the back. These are going to be great. Kathy and I are getting one of those narrow slide parts that like fits between cabinets. You know what I'm talking about? Almost like a laundry thing. But we're getting a nice one, and because the bathroom is so small, I'm getting a small one that will fit between the vanity and the toilet with room to spare. That will help hold some of the cleaning products and excess products and whatnot. And these little trays are just wide enough because this is, as I said, this is about 4 inches or so wide. And that unit, the trays are about 8 inches wide. The spaces are about eight. I just knocked over my fill light. The spaces are about 8 inches wide. So the shelf itself, the shelf unit is this wide, but I'm going to put these this way. So we can stack whatever we need to stack in it. Again, thinking outside the box. We don't actually have a linen closet, so this is why we have to make modifications. Eventually in the home, there will be a designated storage for linen closet and sheets and that kind of stuff, but right now there isn't. Compromise, right? I'm using these boxes to think outside the box. By the way, you can use these like under your sink. You can use them for your cosmetics, put them on top of a dresser, stick them in a drawer because they are individually, they are low enough that they will fit in a standard dresser drawer. So if you want to, right? You get the idea where I'm going with this? I know you do. I know you know exactly where I'm going with this, right? Okay. We still got more, all right? I gotta tell you, this is probably the most fun I had in picking out anything from a sponsored order um, from Teemu because of these selections. I think I was ready for a little bit more organization and a little bit more fun stuff. Like this note writing thing, to me, that's fun. That's not a necessity. The same thing with this little ice roller. What's a convenience? I don't know how to explain it. Come on, you guys know how my head works, right? So, all right, let me get this open. I don't want to cut it. This is the last thing I have, but this is a multi-part item. You guys may, I completely missed. Come on, Charlie. Okay. Um, you may not know that I actually do love to cook. I just don't like cooking for just myself. So, needless to say, I anticipating a lot more cooking going on in the house. I love cooking for Mom when I have her over here. So I decided to get myself a cooking binder. When I left New York, I left behind almost every single recipe book that I had and a lot of my recipes. And basically, I know I should not have done that, but I did, and it's too late to do anything about it. So I've been gathering what I can and trying to get things together. And they're on pieces of paper all over the place. But I saw this. It does come in other designs. They even have one that's for like holiday baking with like the little Christmas cookie guys on it and gingerbread man on it. But I wanted something for year round. And it does have the oranges and the greens and the ones like the rustic colors, the southwestern colors. It's a binder, but look inside. Let's start on this side. Look inside on the binder. So first, it gives you all the measurements. And it tells you, in other words, here's your cup, and then your ounces, and then your milliliters, and then your tablespoons all the way in the end. So it breaks it down for you. If you say, well, I need, this much of this and that, it breaks it down. So I like that it's actually part of the bond. On the other side, it gives you weights and temperatures. I'm going to try not to knock over my fill lights. On this side, it gives you weight and temperature. So it will tell you, for example, it'll give you the imperial, which is ounces and pounds, and then it'll give you the metrics, which is grams usually. And then on this side, it'll give you Fahrenheit and Celsius. So I love the Great British Baking Show. I think that's what it's called. But anyway, the British Baking Show. Love watching that, but everything is in grams and Celsius. I am getting tired of having to Google this stuff. Guess what? Pull out my book and it's all right here. It's all right there on both sides. So I love that. This does not have a lever to release the binder, so this is one of those binders that you have to pull apart by hand to add or remove any of your sheets. I'm okay with that. All right. It comes with sheets. I don't remember how many. I'll have to look it up. I do believe, I think it's 50 two-sided sheets. Now, two-sided sheets are great. I'll tell you a couple of things that I do with these. I'm just going to show you one of them for now. So on the two-sided sheet, obviously it has a pocket. Not sure which side the pocket comes in from. Dun, 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 dun. I have to figure out where the actual opening is for the cards. I don't. Oh, there we go. All right, I had it upside down. So it's a very thin, skinny little opening, and there's the top one, the little opening. So when you put a card in here, because it's two-sided, you can see your recipe on the front and your cooking directions on the back. What I like about this, when I used to do, is because I had so many recipes, I could literally put one recipe on this side. When you turn it over, it's another recipe. And when I wanted to see what it was, I just pulled it out. It was that simple. I just put the card out so I could see both sides of it. I don't imagine I'm going to have to do that just yet because I have to accumulate, obviously, more recipes. But I'm going to put these in the binder so I can give you an idea. And I do believe, well, there's got to be at least 20 pages here. I'm not sure how many. I'll check on it, and I'll put the information up here so that you can actually see the details of how many sheets it has. These are really nice, thick, and slippery. They're very hard to be putting in here. So that's why I want to get them in here so I can show you. Oh, they're sliding around, but once you get one hole in, the rest of them seem to follow okay. It's a binder, for Pete's sakes. Oh my gosh. All right, come on. Oh, there we go. It's a lot easier if I do it the other way. Okay. One more little bunch of these suckers. I say that word a lot, don't I? Don't offend anybody, but that's the New Yorker in me. Everything's a dude or a sucker. S-U-C-C-A or S-U-C-K-A, by the way, in case you were wondering how I spelled that. All right. Last batch. Snap it closed. So there's all your pages in the binder. And there's room for more. You can get refill pages. I don't know how thick the book is going to be once there's actually cards in there, but it looks to me like it will definitely hold more. I see you. So there's a fair amount of space in here. So I think it'll hold more. Well, this was a kit or a set. So it came with the binder, it came with the pages, and it came with the recipe cards. And there are a lot to choose from. If you get the kit that comes like this, then obviously you don't get to choose what your cards look like. But you can buy additional cards and then see what they, see, get what you want, basically. All right, so the recipe cards they're relatively thin, right? They're just like a kind of a thicker type paper, but they're not paper. They're actually something that I think I could wipe it down if I had to. It's got that feel to it. So here's the front. It gives you all the information on the front of it. It tells you who the chef is. Over here, who's the chef? In other words, whose recipe is it? And then below that, it tells you, over here, it says serves. Let me get it closer. There we go. It says serves, so you know how many servings it makes or how many people it serves. Prep time and cook time is over here. So how long is it going to take you to put it together and how long do you have to cook it for? Then here's your actual recipe, your ingredients, and the directions. I like the simplicity of the card. It's very nice, not overly decorated. And then on the back, you put your directions here, and if you need more room, the entire back is for any other directions that you might want to add or any other footnotes that you might want to add. Or I have a couple of recipes that I can substitute certain things on. So it's nice that I don't have to put that in the ingredients list. I can put it on the back. All right. So instead of putting it on the front, I can very simply just put it on the back with the directions, and I can make a notation down here of what I can substitute. I also like to put on my recipes if it's something I'm going to freeze, freeze time. In other words, meaning how long can I keep it in the freezer, or how long can I keep it in the refrigerator? Most things, if they're sealed up properly, can stay in your freezer for up to 6 months, and then they will go bad. They'll either get freezer burn, or they'll just go bad. Things in your refrigerator, it varies. So, for example, if I'm going to put the recipe for the dog's oatmeal peanut butter bones that I make from scratch, if I'm going to put that recipe on one of these cards, then I will also put on the card how long it'll keep in the refrigerator, because they do have to be refrigerated. They have egg in them. So I like to keep that on one of the cards. What's the life expectancy of this product once I make it? And even instructions. What's the best way to save it, or what's the best way to keep it? Should it be kept on the countertop in an airtight container? Should it be kept in a Ziploc bag? Should it go into a vacuum seal bag? I like to put that on there. To me, that's just part of the recipe, right? Okay. So again, you get your beautiful little book. And you got to go check them out, because they do have a lot of different binder cookbooks, is what I looked for. Binder cookbooks. And you will see a ton of the cookbooks, the kits, just books, replacement pages, just recipe cards, replacement cards that match what you have. So you can get these individually. If you want a different binder, you can get just a binder, or you can get a recipe file that you drop these down into, like an index card type of box. I don't like that. I don't know why. I would rather have something that I can stand this up on the counter and read my recipe without having to pull something out of a file box and risk it getting all messy and yucky and right? I know, you get it. Okay. I know you get it. I kind of figured you would. So that's that kit. Love it. I can't wait. It's something I will start, probably not right away because I have so much to do. But yeah, all these wonderful little goodies back here. Thank you, Teemu, for sponsoring this order. I do want to say thank you for all my viewers. I'm going to say Merry Christmas, and I'm going to remind you, right up here is the email address, Connie's Little Corner at gmail.com. If you still want to send your holiday decor pictures in, that's where you send them. I will not release your personal information other than your first name and either the state or the country that you're from. That's it. No other details. Everything remains private, though I will probably give you my personal thoughts on the pictures, because I got to tell you, I love every one of them. A couple of them that a viewer sent to me actually made my eyes water up, because it reminded me so much of all those childhood. I'm getting emotional. That's why I think it's important for us to do this. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very heartwarming, right? So I hope you enjoyed this. Big thumbs up, share, right? Get it out into the universe. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, would you at least consider doing so? And if you're new, don't forget, scan that code and get yourself into Teemu, or use my code down below and get yourself into Teemu, because you won't regret it. And I will guide you 100% along the way, as any of my viewers will tell you. In the meantime, you all try to stay calm, breathe, because the holidays can be stressful, right? Stay comfortable. The weather is changing all over the place. Stay hydrated. And above all else, please, stay sweet. And I'll catch you again in just a couple of days.